Hey everyone, welcome back to the episode second of my online book club, where the book under discussion today is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I had been reading this classic novel past 1 week, just finished this one. It's 390 pages long and a beautiful 18th century drama, literature, fiction novel. I already read one of the most talked or the book which had been in limelight for I don't know how many years, Pride and Prejudice by the same author, but somehow the experience was quite dry in comparison to this beauty, because I already watched the movie before reading the novel and already heard so much, the storyline from different people, their different ideas and perceptions and about the novel and about the storyline, which when I read it, I was somehow felt it quite dry, was not able to get connected entirely, like I would say 100%, which I'm not here to offend anyone like the fans of Pride and Prejudice, but because when you know or when you are familiar with something, you're not able to build that connection on the first place. But when you are not aware of something and when something takes you by surprise, when you are every page you are turning, it's oh, this and that, you are learning, okay, what all new story, what all new twists and turns are going to take place. So that's completely a different experience to something which you already know, right? So I think it was my mistake. I already had watched the movie and then I somehow thought in my head, okay, fine, I can read the novel, and the gap between the two was many years. I guess I watched the movie when I was little, and when I decided to read the book, I was quite mature. But for this one, things are different. This is a beautiful story of a sweet family changing their place of residence because of the father, or because of the male figure passes, and the family has to switch from their original house to the new one, and then the journey starts. So there are three sisters, and I promise I'm not going to spoil the story for you all, because I genuinely want you guys to read it. So there are three sisters, Eleanor, Marion and Margaret. Okay, so these three sisters, along with their mother, they come to a new place and start their journey, try to experience and be a part of the community, try to understand moods and I would say the lifestyle of people of new place. They are like somehow they are adjusting, where their mother want the obviously the daughters to get married and all that, but how the name comes into the picture, Sense and Sensibility. So it's the story primarily focuses upon the two sisters, Eleanor being the oldest and Marion being the middle one, how they struggle in their life, or they discover that their fates are completely different, their, I would say, personality is completely different. These two characters, one is quite sensible, like sense, and the other one is full of sensibility, like emotional side. So the one character is totally, I would say, practical, rational, very care and kind about the family, very concerned about the family, quite respectful of the opinions of all other people, takes into consideration feelings and emotions of everyone, and she buries and hides her own feelings, her own trauma. But the other one is quite outspoken, she is quite hearty and expressive and quite emotional. She takes everything by heart, she understands through heart, she feels through heart, she thinks through heart, and she is very emotional, very sensible. She's also very kind and caring when it comes to family, but their fates are non-related. And somehow the other way, how the situation progresses, the storyline of the two female lead characters, when it crosses a path that they learn that family is the only thing we have. Like, I would say we all at some point, I guess, we take our family for granted. We think, okay, fine, they are there, we can always talk to them, we can always fall back upon them if situations are not right. But there is this epiphany which is there only in the rare, or I guess very rare circumstances and situations in life, when we actually genuinely understand the importance of family, when we care about them, when we understand the value our family holds in our life, the way they protect us, guide us, support us. And that is what these two sisters learn, mainly one, and how it's like only being sensible is not going to work, and likewise only being having sensibility is not going to work. You got to have both. You got to be mature, you got to be hearty and happy and enthusiastic. If you are practical, you got to be emotional also. It's not always the one path is going to work for you in life. If you want to be happy, you got to have all sorts of emotions inside you. So it's the name is very rightly kept, sense and sensibility. It's not sense or sensibility. Like I was very I think few years back naive to understand when people made this I guess video short clip about Tom and Jerry, not Tom or Jerry. So it's sense and sensibility. You just cannot skip one. It's not a choice. You got to have both. The book is classic. The book is amazing. There are lots of twists and turns, spicy turns also sometimes. When you get to the to the later stage of the story, there's quite a lot of drama. If I think if you have read any of the works of Jane Austen, then you probably know that her writing style, the kind of words she uses, the 18th century setup of the houses and the people, the way they talk. This book, I tell you, it was written in 1811, and this was the first book written by Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice came 2 years after that, 1813. So this was actually the first of her works, very beautifully crafted literature. I guess I'm not going to spoil it further, but just few lines I would say I can read. When one of the sisters, she realizes or understands the importance of the family, and then she says to the other sister, I shall now live solely for my family. You, my mother, and Margaret must henceforth be all the world to me. You will share my affections entirely between you. From my home, I shall never again have the smallest incitement to move. And if I do mix in other society, it will be only to show that my spirit is humbled, my heart amended, and that I can practice the civilities, the lesser duties of life with gentleness and forbearance. As for, I'm not going to speak the name of the character from in whose reference she's talking. As for so and so, to say that I shall soon or that I shall ever forget him would be idle. His remembrance can be overcome by no change of circumstances or opinions, but it shall be regulated. It shall be checked by religion, by reason, by constant employment. She paused and added in a low voice, if I could but know his heart, everything would become easy. So it's beautiful. The situation when she gives this I guess testimony to her sister is quite challenging, because she's struggling within, she's struggling personally. Her health is not right, her mindset is not right. So in such a challenging situation or circumstance of life, she got this deep, mature understanding about the importance, about the genuineness and the value of her family, and she gives this commitment to her sister that from now on, family is the only thing which will matter to me, which is of utmost importance to me. And somehow I feel that this kind of epiphany can come to anyone or to any of us in life at any point of time. I think fate is quite different for everyone. So this book is about patience, about endurance, about faith, about family life, about the importance of your most close relations, and all the good values you have inside you, the way you are kind to other people. Okay, so do read it if you get a chance, and it will not disappoint you, that's my promise. Okay, so take care, and till the time we meet in our next episode, try to be happy, try to read more, accept more, and inculcate different ideas in life.